buenas noches, queridos amigos latinos de nuestra comunidad latina. Sean bienvenidos una vez más a nuestro programa Tu Hogar en Canadá, aquí en este hermoso estudio Genesis 360. Esta noche tenemos una noche estupenda. ¿Por qué? Porque vamos a estar hablando de puro real estate. De todo un poco acerca de real estate. Cómo está el mercado, hacia dónde se conduce el mercado, qué hacemos como equipo. Porque vamos a tener un invitado muy especial, a nuestro director general de nuestro equipo Team Bain. Así que les recomiendo que no se pierdan este programa de esta noche, que va a estar muy cargado, muy lleno de información muy importante que les puede ayudar a usted. Así que nos vemos dentro de unos instantes, y si ustedes están listos, yo estoy más que listo. Comenzamos. Hola queridos amigos, bienvenidos una vez más. Como les comentaba al principio, esta noche va a ser una noche especial porque tenemos un invitado de primera y es nuestro director general del equipo Team Bain y su nombre es Bain Thomson, así que le demos la bienvenida a Bain Thomson. Hola Bain, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks for having me on.
Solo para darle un tip, Bain no es de habla hispana, de habla inglesa, pero para eso estoy hoy aquí. Es un programa muy especial. Una de las condiciones que tenemos es que vamos a estar hablando en inglés y en español, y yo con mi presencia les voy a ayudar en lo que es la traducción. Como les comentaba al principio, esta noche vamos a estar hablando acerca de real estate. So Bain, I was just telling to our friends that today we want to be talking about real estate, and we're going to be talking about everything regarding real estate. Also, we're going to be talking about our team, what we do, and how we help our clients to bring our best on their best interest when we do any type of purchase, like even buying, selling, or for investments. Así que vamos a empezar nuestro programa con la primera pregunta de esta noche. We're just going to start with the first question, Bain.
Awesome.
So, para darle briefly una idea de quién es Bain y quién soy yo, llevamos trabajando, somos compañeros, somos partners, somos amigos de hace muchos años, de 10 años. We've been together
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
We've been together 10 years, siempre, always ayudando a nuestros clientes y nuestros amigos a dar lo mejor de nosotros. Así que por eso es que estamos esta noche aquí también juntos para compartir ideas. That's why we are here together tonight. So we're going to share ideas and we're going to share opinions, and we're going to try to teach you. Vamos a tratar de enseñarles lo mejor de nosotros, the best from us. Bain, vamos a empezar a hablar acerca de real estate. We're going to start talking about real estate. Te voy a hacer la pregunta del milenio. I'm going to ask you the century question. Todo el mundo, everyone always asks, what's going on with the market at this time?
Wow. Well, looking at my crystal ball, no. You know, real estate is one of these things that you look at it for long term and you try to get your grasp of it from history and from what others are doing around you with real estate. To say what's going to happen in 6 months or 1 year, that's hard to say. What you have to look at is if you're buy and sell in the same time period. Don't sell now and buy 8 months down the road. You're guessing. If you sell now, you buy now. That's the way that real estate has to work properly. Some people think of there's going to be this big crash that's going to come, and they've been saying this over and over again. And you could always say, around the corner, there's going to be a crash.
Yes.
Around the corner, there's going to be a crash. Eventually, there will be.
There will be.
And you're going to say, I was right. I said this 9 years ago.
Yes. When? We never know what's going to happen.
No,
right?
But the thing is that when you, real estate's always a good time. That's one thing that there's never enough of. And that's one thing that if you buy and you hold, no matter what's going to happen, it'll always appreciate in value.
Yeah, I'm totally agree. That's like we always say, if you don't buy today, you lose money tomorrow. If you did not buy yesterday, you lost money today.
That's right.
Si no compras hoy, este es un refrán que decimos en real estate, entre los agentes, si no compras hoy, pierdes capital en el día de mañana. Si no compraste ayer, perdiste capital en el día de hoy. O sea, siempre es recomendable, queridos amigos, y siempre lo repito en todo mi programa, es muy recomendable. Real estate nunca es el mal momento para comprar. Si usted está listo para comprar, hágalo. Siempre es el buen momento para comprarlo. No espere a que cuándo va a ser el crash. El crash puede ser mañana, el crash puede ser en 8 años. Uno nunca sabe cuándo puede pasar el crash. Entonces, si tiene la oportunidad de comprar, si tiene la oportunidad de invertir, hágalo en ese momento, porque el día de mañana puede que usted esté perdiendo el capital. So, Bain, all of the questions that I've been seeing all these years that we out there dealing with clients, it's always the fear of how can I buy? Like how I do my process to buy. And I always tell the clients, we are not mortgage specialists, but we have the knowledge of mortgages, how to get mortgages. And as an agent, we help you to go through all the process. Could you give us a little bit more of advice on terms of this topic?
Well, I can speak about a call I got today where she had asked that she was intimidated by the fact of getting into the market and didn't know what she could do. And this is a lady that had was making $50,000 a year and had $50,000 to put down on the property, but she just didn't think that was enough in order to make a purchase. So after speaking with her for a while, I thought, well, one of the other things that we could do is we could utilize a rental property. And I always say that, you know, the first home you buy is not your forever home. It's your investment. And then that develops over to your forever home. So in this case, I said, you have $50,000 in income. Why don't we look at a rental property where we could say you're making $2,500 based on the market rental cap. You're making $2,500 a month, and that's going to add $30,000 to your income. So now that $50,000 income has become $80,000. Now you have a better chance of qualifying for that mortgage. So there's different ways to obtain properties. What you have to do is find those people that are in the know and ask the right questions.
Ya, perfecto, muy bien. Siguiendo en el tema, en el tópico, yo soy uno de los ejemplos típicos. Cuando yo compré mi primera propiedad, nunca viví en esa propiedad. When I bought my first home, I never lived on the home. Esta casa es la que me ha dado las otras viviendas y la he utilizado como inversionista. On terms of getting approved for mortgages, I always explain to our clients that we are not a specialist on mortgage, but we help them to give them some tips on how get approved for mortgages. Even sometimes we talk to the mortgage agents just to help those clients. Could you give us roughly an idea of how do we do the process? How do we get them to talk to mortgage specialists? And
well, a lot of times
we have the bank, we have the
mortgage brokers, independent brokers, and a lot of times it is, as I said, getting the right information. And to get the right information, you need to ask the right questions. So sometimes they don't know what questions to ask their mortgage broker. So they have a mortgage broker. We'll say, can we get the number? Can we call your mortgage broker? And we'll tell the mortgage broker, like the same one that I mentioned today, she gave me the name of her mortgage broker. I gave him a call and I said, do you have lenders that use rental income? And he said, yes, we do. So we went on and we had a great conversation after that. And I found there's other things that he's familiar with, other tools that we have used in the past that he's familiar with. So I said, okay, we're gonna have a luncheon.
Perfect. Eso es, mi amigo. So, si usted está buscando en este momento en comprar y usted necesita ayuda, aquí nos tiene Bain, Damián, y nosotros los podemos ayudar y los podemos guiar en el proceso como siempre lo he dicho en mi programa, desde el inicio hasta el final, guiándolos y siempre disfrutando del proceso de compra o de venta. The other thing that we want to talk about today, Ben, is like sometimes people are scared, sometimes people are afraid either to sell, either to buy, because they don't know how the process goes, and I don't know what to expect or what's going to happen. Always, if something goes wrong, we're going to get screwed. Si algo sale mal, algo nos va a pasar.
Let's
tell our friends how is that process, cómo es el proceso, how is the process of either selling or buying. Yo siempre digo, es una fiesta, it's a party.
Okay.
You have to enjoy it.
You have to enjoy it, but it's very nervous. Even your own birthday party, you never know what your crazy aunt or uncle is going to say, right? So, but the thing is, with the process is always different. It's depending on what it is they're trying to accomplish. People sell for different reasons. People buy for different reasons. What they have to do is they have to find a realtor that they trust. And they have to rely on the realtor's experience. And a lot of times, you'll have a lot of people that come to you and they'll say, I want to do this, I want to do this. And you say, okay, this is what we do. And they say, but my friend said I should be doing this. You say, oh, that's good. What does your friend do? And the friend they're an engineer or this or that. But they said that I shouldn't buy now. Oh, how many properties does your friend own? Oh, no, he's renting. Okay. You have to find a realtor that you're comfortable with, a realtor that understands that will take the time to understand where it is you want to go, what it is you're trying to accomplish, and then show you how to get there. But then once they show you how to get there, you have to trust them.
You have to trust them, yes.
Yeah.
As like we always say, we start as a friends, we start as a clients,
Yep.
we start as a professionals,
Yep.
and then we end as a family members.
That's right.
We become a family. Esto quiere decir que una vez que empezamos el proceso, si nos conocemos ayer, si nos conocemos por social media, si ustedes nos conocieron esta noche a través de este hermoso programa, el día de mañana, si los ayudamos y ustedes pueden lograr el sueño canadiense, que es tener su casa, nosotros seríamos ya más como un miembro familiar, no seríamos cliente y trabajador, seríamos más bien familia, porque es la compenetración, es la integración que se une entre los dos lazos que nos convertimos en familia. Vamos a tomar un receso, we're going to take a break, y vamos a seguir hablando acerca de real estate con mucho más información, y vamos a estar hablando de nosotros como equipo, qué podemos hacer, we as a team, how we help our clients, what is our goal, cuáles son nuestros goals, y en qué momento estamos ahora, what is our project as of right now, what are we doing right now. Así que no se vayan, amigos, nos volveremos dentro de unos instantes y disfruten de este comercial que les vamos a mostrar en estos momentos. Nos vemos. Hola mis amigos de la comunidad latina, sean bienvenidos a nuestra oficina central donde le ofrecemos el mejor servicio al cliente, Soto Group Summit Realty Inc., ubicado en la calle 33 Pearl Street en Mississauga. Vengan con nosotros y le daremos un tour adentro. Bienvenidos. Y ahora nos encontramos en nuestro salón de reuniones donde nos reunimos y hacemos conferencias con nuestros clientes para realizar el sueño canadiense, su casa. Bueno, mis queridos amigos, nos encontramos aquí en mi oficina central. Esta es la oficina donde ofrecemos los diferentes tipos de servicios a nuestros clientes de la comunidad latina. Servicios como First Time Home Buyers, primeros compradores, para investors, inversionistas, para compradores de preconstrucción, cómo hacer todo el proceso para hacer el aprobarse para el mortgages. Pero además, en mi caso personal, presto un servicio extra a nuestros clientes, guiándolos desde el principio hasta el final del proceso. Los invito a que me sigan en todas mis redes sociales, Facebook, Instagram, incluso a mi número telefónico 647-524-7807 y juntos podremos lograr la casa de su sueño. Gracias. Hola queridos amigos, estamos aquí de vuelta en nuestro programa Tu Hogar en Canadá. Como les había dicho desde el principio, hoy estaremos hablando todo un poco acerca de real estate con nuestro invitado especial Bain Thomson, director de nuestro equipo Team Bain. Bain, before we start with the next topic in our show tonight, could you let us know how do you start your with your first investment and how do you did it and at what point you are up to today?
Okay. Well, things have changed. The rules have changed in regards to mortgages and qualifying and all that. But I purchased my first home when I was 19. And I went to my father and said, hey, can I get 10%? This home is 189. It was 2,500 square feet, 4 bedrooms. And 189, and he said okay, so he gave me 20,000. I've since taken that 20,000. I still own that home, by the way, and had it rented out for $29.50. And from that 20,000, I have leveraged against the property as it's gone up in value. The mortgage on it right now is $620. However, that has allowed me to buy 8 other properties. So 9 properties in total, starting from that 20,000 initial investment. When I was 19. So a lot of people, they don't have that pathway, the guidance, the know-how, and that's the benefit of our team because we have the experience because we've done it. So now we could show others, and we even have a Millionaires Club where we show others how to make millions in real estate. So yeah, that's the path I've taken, and now we enjoy showing other people how to do it.
Yeah, perfect. That's the idea, to help always our clients and our friends. And just to add another tip, para agregar algo más, no solo que tengas 9 propiedades, it's not just that you have 9 properties. That means like every month, those properties, they are giving you a profit.
That's right.
Plus the assets that's your asset that increase every year.
That's right.
That you have sitting over there. It's like normally we say trees, they don't make money. Well, guess what? Houses make money.
That's right. That's right.
So es una de las ventajas dentro de la inversión del real estate que es muy buena, es muy positiva, y quiero decirles, amigos que televidentes, no es porque nosotros lo hagamos, pero es uno de los mejores inversiones en este país es real estate. ¿Y cómo usted debe empezar? Debe empezar comprándose su primera casa. You need to start buying your first home.
Yeah.
Once you have that first home, that home is gonna give you the chance. It's gonna give you the steps to jump on in other properties. And maybe if you're planning to retire on 65, you may be available to retire when you become 50, 55, 60.
That's right. Well, once you understand good debt and bad debt, and leveraging, and how to use a property to buy another property. I mean, once you have that income coming in from the rental, then eventually those properties that you have won't cost you anything because you have a surplus of the first property, maybe $500 after you pay the mortgage and the utilities and the property tax. And then when you buy your second property, maybe you have another $700 coming from that after you pay everything. Together, you have $1,200, and maybe the house that you're living in costs you $3,000. Well, guess what? That $3,000 is now gone to $1,800 because of the other 2 properties that you have. So we show people how to do this on a daily basis. We encourage them how to do it, and the sooner you start, the better it will be.
Exactly. So Vamos a entrar a, let's start as a team. We as a team, or what do we do to help our clients? ¿Qué hacemos como equipo para ayudar a nuestros clientes? Clientes que al final, como dije anteriormente, se vuelven nuestros miembros familiares. Nosotros como equipo tenemos, we as a team, we got our lawyers, we have our mortgage brokers, we have our team to renovation team.
Yeah, we do renovations.
We do renovations, everything. Así que either para comprar o vender, nosotros como equipo los ayudamos a guiarlos por el mejor camino, el camino correcto. En estos momentos, as at this point, ¿cuántas propiedades tenemos vamos a poner en venta? How many properties we have ready to put on the market?
Well, I know that I have 3 that I'm working on this week.
Yes.
To go on the market. And not only do we do the renovations, but we will also lend our clients the funds needed to do the renovations. So pre-renovation prior to selling it. And sometimes we will encourage them to buy homes that they need to put in sweat equity. And when you put in sweat equity, it helps the value of the home to grow. So, but they might not have the funds. But again, we could also lend them the funds as well to renovate a home even after they've purchased it. So there's a lot that we do.
Yeah, perfect. Incluso hasta para compradores for buyers, sometimes we lend the funds for that first payment they need to have for deposit. Le prestamos el préstamo a nuestros clientes, le ayudamos para que tengan su depósito para comprarse su primera casa. O sea, les damos el pequeño empujón, lo más necesario, que es el depósito, para que puedan lograr la compra de su primera propiedad. También como equipo, also as a team, what we do is we help our investors on terms of taking care of the properties. Ayudamos a nuestros inversionistas en medidas de ocuparnos de las propiedades, que los inversionistas no tienen que preocuparse de nada excepto a su pago mensual. How can we project this topic to our friends?
The property management?
Yes.
So a lot of times, a lot of people are intimidated by the fact of buying a property and not knowing if they're going to get good tenants. They've heard horror stories. And I always say that landlords make bad tenants. So that landlord that says, you pay me next week, because the tenant says, I don't have the money today, can I pay you on Friday? They say, okay, Friday's fine. Friday comes and they say, I have half of the rent today, but can I give you the rest on Tuesday? So you're establishing a bad habit. So as Team Bain, what we do is we take care of property management for you. So we look at the tenant, we vet them. It means that we look at their employment, we look at their income, and then we look at to see if they're suited for you. I just had one tonight that I was dealing with where she's a elderly woman. She was looking at the prospect of having to sell her home, and she called me to sell her home. But at Team Bain, that doesn't motivate us. What we try to do is what's best for the person, the individual. So when I sat down with her, and this was a couple months prior, but when I sat down with her, I said, okay, what if we could rent your basement? And how much would it take for you to stay in the home? So in this case, we end up renting the basement for her, and we had to look at a tenant that I thought would be suitable, not only for her in her home, but also someone that she could have a companionship with, that she could talk with, and that they would enjoy each other's company. And that's what we found. So, another scenario where someone called to sell their home, and when speaking with her, she had gone through a divorce, and she didn't want to sell, but she felt that she had to sell. So in looking at that, we said, well, again, she had a 1-bedroom basement apartment, not complete apartment, just a bedroom and a rec room. So we turned it into a 2-bedroom basement apartment. We lent her the money to do so. and we rented it out for her at $1,400 a month. After 1 year, she took the money out, got it appraised, and paid us back. So it's not about selling, it's about doing what's right for our clients.
Exactly. Eso es, señoras y señores, eso es a lo que nosotros nos referimos cuando decimos trabajamos en conjunto como equipo para ayudar a nuestros clientes. Es muy fácil vender y después comprar. Eso sería ideal para nosotros, pero nosotros lo vemos más bien como qué es lo ideal para nuestros clientes, qué es lo más oportuno, cuál es la mejor incentiva para nuestros clientes o incluso de vender o de rentar o de comprar algo nuevo, cómo lo pueden hacer. Por eso es que nos hacemos familia al final del proceso, porque siempre trabajamos con el corazón, tratando siempre de ofrecerles a ustedes lo mejor, y incluso como comprador, como vendedor o como inversionistas. Y así es como lo hacemos. Siempre, that's the way we do it. We're always trying to help our clients that at the end they become family members, family. Right. And that's how we do it. Either we as a team, well, this was created by Bain, but we couldn't do it this year because the COVID, no se pudo hacer este año porque COVID, but as a team, he created we get together all the clients and we make a big party.
Yep.
And everybody comes and enjoy together, drinks, and we eat and we talk about real estate. And
that's not really for our clients. We just like to party. So we invite our clients out to the party. They can bring as much friends as they want. And we also send them an Uber. So we Uber them to the party and we Uber them back home. We've had that going for 5 years. And it's a great time. I think we had over 240 out last time.
Perfect. That means that you can go and you can drink and you can have fun.
That's it. That's it.
We take care of you guys. Like what we say, we take care of you from the beginning right to the end of the process, at all the time, at all cost. También hoy quisiéramos hablar y comentar acerca de cómo se encuentra el mercado en estos momentos. We want to talk about what is the situation of the market, what are the predictions for the future, what is happening right now. We as a specialist, what can we advise to our
yeah, well, right now this market is it's
crazy.
It's crazy. We're back to where people are bidding and the bidding war. And you'd think, I'd said in April when everything happened that this was the best time to buy one of two things: real estate and stocks. I said, I can't speak about stocks, but I can tell you about real estate, because people were nervous. And knowing that they're nervous, you can take advantage of that, because there wasn't that many people looking to spend. There's still people that had to sell for one reason or the other, but not that many people looking to buy. And as people got their confidence, then we start to see prices starting to go up. Bidding war is starting to happen in both the stocks and in real estate. Again, we know about real estate. So the thing is I was telling my investors, calling them and say, hey, look to see if you could get a equity from your home, and it's time to buy an investment property. Where others were saying, no, I just want to wait and see what's going on. I was saying, no, this is the time to buy. Because the one thing that I could guarantee you is people are always going to want a place to live. So, and there's great tenants out there. There's tenants out there that have great jobs, but their only hindrance is that they don't have a deposit. They make good money monthly, and when you think of it, they're paying $2,900, $3,000, $3,300 a month, which is more than some people's mortgages, for rent. So we encourage them, we show them how to get from that rental spot to get to purchase. And we had one that actually several that we did this year, where there were single individuals, where the property had a basement apartment, and they bought the property, putting down their 10%. They live in the basement, renovate it, put in the sweat equity, And upstairs, they're getting $2,500, $2,700, $2,800 a month, which is paying their mortgage.
Paying the mortgage.
So they're living for free, and their equity is growing in the property. So we look at things, we don't say no, we say how.
Exactly, yes. we teach our clients, and by the way, este es un tema que ya hace rato toqué en este programa que se llamó Inversionistas, cómo invertir en real estate, que lo voy a volver a hacer el próximo jueves a esta misma hora en este mismo programa por demanda. As a lot of people have been asking, can you please do one more time the show because we want to learn how to do things. Así que el próximo jueves a la misma hora estaré aquí con ustedes haciendo el programa de cómo invertir en real estate. Vamos a empezar desde cero, poco a poco, y los voy a llevar por el camino de la inversión en real estate. Hola mis amigos de la comunidad latina. Sean bienvenidos a nuestra oficina central, donde le ofrecemos el mejor servicio al cliente, Soto Group Summit Realty Inc., ubicado en la calle 33 Pearl Street en Mississauga. Vengan con nosotros y le daremos un tour adentro. Bienvenidos. Y ahora nos encontramos en nuestro salón de reuniones, donde nos reunimos y hacemos conferencias con nuestros clientes para realizar el sueño canadiense, su casa. Bueno, mis queridos amigos, nos encontramos aquí en mi oficina central. Esta es la oficina donde ofrecemos los diferentes tipos de servicios a nuestros clientes de la comunidad latina. Servicios como first time home buyers, primeros compradores, para investors, inversionistas, para compradores de preconstrucción, cómo hacer todo el proceso para hacer el aprobarse para el mortgages. Pero además, en mi caso personal, presto un servicio extra a nuestros clientes, guiándolos desde el principio hasta el final del proceso. Los invito a que me sigan en todas mis redes sociales, Facebook, Instagram, incluso a mi número telefónico 647-524-7807, y juntos podremos lograr la casa de su sueño. Gracias. Queridos amigos, aquí estamos de vuelta en nuestro programa Tu Hogar en Canadá. Vamos ahora con la sesión de preguntas que tenemos en este show de esta noche, y para eso tenemos a nuestro MC, el señor Carlos Parada. Carlos, por favor, dígame cuántas preguntas tenemos en esta noche hoy.
Muy buenas noches, Damián, y bienvenido. Welcome to our guest today, Bain. It's be a pleasure to meet you today. Tenemos muchas preguntas el día de hoy. Ha sido un programa muy informativo, muy interesante. La gente está comentando bastante en las redes sociales. The first question is for our guest, for Damián Thomson. Paladin is asking, great stuff. Is there a financial team that works with the buyer? Esa es la primera pregunta. That's the first question.
Okay. Yeah, well, what we like to do is we have a few different financial advisors, mortgage brokers, and depending on the personality of the client, that's who we suit them with. Sometimes, even though some people are giving you great information, there just might be that tug of war between personalities. So once we understand what they're trying to achieve and try to figure out who they are, then we'll know which mortgage broker to place them with.
Perfect. Very good answer. The second question is also for our guest. Anya Club is asking, when rating your second property, should we rely on a real estater or do it on our own?
That's a good question. When you have a property and you're looking at property management, if you haven't done it before, it could be very intimidating. So sometimes you might want to start off with a property management and see how it operates, and you might take it over yourself. Or you might start off yourself and then bring it to a property management. The only problem I see with that is that a lot of times people starting off themselves might get very worn down before they get to a property management and end up giving up on a good thing and saying, you know what, I'm just going to sell it. So I would start off with a property management company and then see how it operates, and then you can look at taking over yourself once you get comfortable.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I would like to add something else about that. What I would like to say is, like, we as an agent, as a team, we make sure that our clients, our investors, they always get the best tenant.
That's right.
So our clients, our investors, they're not running into headaches with tenant situations of not paying, not taking care of the property,
That's right.
et cetera, et cetera. So we as a team, as an agent, we make sure that we try to bring the best tenant as we can to our clients.
And we understand the Landlord and Tenant Act as well. I was a paralegal for 27 years prior to venturing into real estate. So we let the tenants know up front that, yes, we know what we're talking about.
Perfect. I'm very intrigued for the next one. The next question. Estoy muy intrigado por la siguiente pregunta. What is a sweat equity?
Sweat equity is what happens when you're working hard. You sweat.
You sweat.
But if I should give an example, let's say you purchase a home and the home has carpet. Now you look at that and you say, to take the carpet, to replace the carpet, is going to cost me, someone's going to quote me $3,000 to take the carpet up and put down hardwood floors. Sweat equity is when you yourself, you perform the task. So you rip up the carpet, YouTube it, find out how it is to lay laminate floors, which right now are very easy. They just click in and it's done. So a room that would maybe look like $3,000, because you've done it, you put in the sweat equity,
Just look at me.
it's about $300. So $2 a square foot, and it's 100 square feet or 200 square feet, you spend $400. Sweat equity. So you do the work, but the way it values is much more than what you put in.
And again, that's where we become, as a team, help our clients, and we can help them how to do all the changes.
Yeah.
Great answer. I didn't know that. No sabía eso. The next question and the last one, la siguiente pregunta y la última es, what advice do you have for first-time buyer under 27 and in a first job?
Under 27 and in their first job. Well, one, it depends how long they've been working. So you could be under 27 and have a 3 or 5 year career where you're making decent income. But a lot of people think that in order to get into the real estate market, I have to purchase a home. You could purchase a home as a group as well. Maybe find another 27-year-old or 25-year-old and look to, we did 3 properties up in Niagara 3 years ago. I put together a team of 5 people and we purchased 3 condos that are for Airbnb only. So this allowed us, 1, to put down less deposit because it's spread over 3 people. 2, it allowed some people to get in the market or get a second property for the first time. And now it's going to be an income generator. So you don't have to do it yourself. I mentioned before when you asked me that when I purchased my first home at 19, I was, that home was $189. What I forgot to mention was with the $20,000 that I had received from my parents to put down, I asked my brother and my sisters who were working and they were older than me, we all lived at home. I said, do you mind putting your name on the mortgage application? After 1 year, I showed the bank that I was the one carrying the mortgage and the lawyer took their names off and I was able to continue. So, you know, sometimes getting into the market, you don't have to do it yourself. And you don't have to trust a person you get into the market with. What you have to do is have good paperwork. So have it written up by a lawyer so you know how to get in and how to get out.
and you need the right people who can show you, who can guide you how to do the right process to buy for the first time.
And we have a last minute question.
Okay.
What does second mortgage means?
So a second mortgage, when you get a first mortgage, the mortgager is now saying, I'm going to take a risk on you, or basically, based on the property, I'll give you up to 80% based on both the property value and your ability to pay. A second mortgagee will say, I know they're giving it to you at 4%, or right now 2%. However, I'm willing to take a greater risk and go up to 90% value of the property, but you're going to pay a greater interest rate because they're taking more of a risk. So a second mortgage is just an extension of the mortgage, and it will be two different mortgagers.
Perfect. You're not going to believe me, but we have a second last minute question.
Any questions? Any questions?
Many questions today. As the owner of the investment property, do I have the management team maintain anything that needs fixing?
You can. So in some management teams like ours, we will go into fix properties, things that are damaged, and we have caps. So we will say in our agreement that anything under 150, we will take care of. Anything over 150, the landlord has to be involved in saying yes, go ahead, or they will do it. But you want to have some caps and some direction as to the limit you give the maintenance company, so that they just don't go ahead and put in a hot tub because the tenant wanted it and then charge you later. So you tell them what they can and cannot do.
So thank you very much. That's all the questions for tonight. It was a pleasure having you here tonight, Bain. Por supuesto, a ti también, Damián, un placer tenerte esta noche en este show. Ha sido muy informativo y muy interesante. Y han sido todas las preguntas para esta noche. Nos veremos la próxima semana.
Muchas gracias, Carlos. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias, Arturo. Thank you, Bain. One more time to be over here with us tonight. It was very informative. It was very knowledgeable show today. However, si ustedes necesitan algún otro más tipo de, hacer más preguntas, si necesitan llamarlos, ustedes pueden hacerlo en nuestras redes sociales. Pueden ir a Team Bain Facebook, pueden ir a Damián Soto Facebook, Instagram, número de teléfono 647-524-7807, y además tenemos a Bain, número de teléfono, phone number
647-333-2246.
Ahí nos puede comunicar, usted nos puede hacer más preguntas. Si usted necesita ayuda, cualquier tipo de ayuda, sin ningún costo, no le vamos a cobrar un centavo, sin ningún costo. Si usted necesita saber preguntas, si quiere aprender, si quiere un guía, puede contar con nosotros y nos puede contactar en cualquier hora, cualquier día, a cualquier momento. Espero que todos se encuentren a salvo con el tema del COVID, salvos en casa, menos contacto posible, sigan todas las medidas del gobierno para ver si una vez y todas terminamos con esta etapa dura que estamos atravesando con el tema del COVID-19, y nos vemos en el próximo espectáculo, nos vemos en el próximo show HOGAR en Canadá, el próximo jueves a la misma hora, 7 de la noche, aquí en Genesis 360. Tengan todos muy buenas noches. Chao.